Hey everyone, welcome once again to another live stream. It has been so long since I last was able to stream on this channel, so I'm really excited to be getting back into it, and hopefully everyone is excited as well. I'm playing the last ending of Strange Horticulture today, which is the last for me. I have played, I know there are 8 endings. I've played all of them, but not in order. So this is ending 7 out of 8, but it's the last one that I have not played yet. Cosmos is coming over to hang out over here, so he's got his bed down there. I did a couple of streams on Twitch so far since coming back and starting to be able to stream again, so in those he's been on my chair with me hanging out and getting in the way a little bit, trying to kick me off the chair while I'm playing Planet Crafter, but it's fine. But yes, I'm very excited to be able to get back into finally playing more stuff. And I just have been waiting for so long to be able to play games like this again. So I had a lot of technical difficulties over the summer and also got really busy, so I wasn't able to play. But now I'm back. So Cosmos is having fun punching his bed into the correct shape. But yeah, I think this should be fun. I just need to check one more setting. But yes, I have played all the endings other than this one, so some stuff I might not read fully just because I've read it all before. And also the other thing I wanted to say is I did a couple of the endings over on Twitch, and I figured because I started this game on YouTube as actual videos rather than live streams, I wanted to bring it back to YouTube to finish the last of it. So that's why I'm doing it here. If you are interested, my Twitch account I will actually put in the chat right now so that if anyone wants to go check it out. I am currently setting up an actual streaming schedule, and so for some reason it's talking at me from my last video, but yes, I am trying to have an actual streaming schedule over there. So far I am doing Mondays at around 6:30 with my friend, so if that's something you want to go watch as well, we've been doing Planet Crafter Toxicity, so that's been a lot of fun. Okay, and so I guess now that I have all of those settings figured out, I will, so many settings. This is the other, I use 2 different streaming programs, whether I'm doing YouTube or Twitch, and so this is the one that I feel like I'm not as experienced with compared to the other one. But okay, I guess now that I've gotten all of the sort of business stuff out of the way, we can get to the game. So the streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbors can reach across and shake hands, or more likely exchange unpleasantries. I always love that part. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear: the rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. Okay. Of course, we have to start by petting the cat, as always. Alright. Need to get out all of my stuff. Okay. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me. But nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they're saying. I need my labels as well. Okay. Some of them by now I don't have to look at because they're kind of memorable. So, some of them I still do have to look at. There's a couple that I feel like the way they're named makes me want them to look like something completely the opposite of how they look. There's some that make perfect sense. Oh wait, I need to grab that. But yeah, there's some that are just like, I feel like this one should be a flower or not be a flower or all that fun stuff, so. Okay, good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. I love that weather, actually. Good for the plants, though. I got a letter for you. Yay. I love the letters. I should actually deal with some of these. I don't need this for right now. But, okay. Hills northeast of Backbarrow. It's been a long time since I've played this, so it might take me a little while to find some of the locations on the map. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a gray morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over a cloak of unwelcome shade. Dangerous. Okay. I'll just write on here. Dangerous. I think I know what that one is, though. I think, isn't that, oh, I don't have it in here yet. I think that's Storian. Maybe. Okay. Gosforth, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I need to do these, but I'll let it just naturally recharge while I deal with the other customers. Cosmos wants to come up now, apparently. You want to get on the chair? I don't know. Come here. Here he is. He wants all the attention. There you go. Can sit there. Now he's gonna shove me off the chair for the rest of the stream, probably, but that's fine. Okay. Lemon Dandy is this one. Okay. I love getting the new plants. My desk is messy. I cannot spell today either. I have the problem where I have several computers that I use for different things. Like, I have one for school that's more suited for that than obviously computers for games and stuff, and so it feels like they are all very different sized keyboards, so I always have messed up muscle memory of that stuff. Okay. Yay, new book entries about things. I will give Hellebore a scratch. Also, Strange Antiquities, which is sort of the sequel game to this, it is the same universe and the same developers made it. Or I think it's the same universe. It at least is very stylistically similar. It's fully out now, and I was looking through, and there is also an achievement for petting the animal in that one too, which I'm happy they kept, because that was a really fun achievement. Okay. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. Dramatic. It seemed to be laughing. Okay. All of those ominous things happening. I love this game too because it seems so, like, calm and peaceful on the surface, but then as stuff goes, it's like all of the stuff you uncover is like people getting mauled to death and other stuff. Where the heck are my labels? Here they are. But yeah, the story in this game is so interesting, and I'm really curious to see how this one ends differently. I have my little list of which decisions I need to make to get this specific ending. I think this is the one that I always think is something else, because this is a mushroom, and I always think this one isn't that. Is it this one? No. Yep, okay. This one, I don't think that name fits this one, but that's fine. I think I also get it mixed up with the one, there's that flower where it's like I don't remember what exactly they say, but the leaves seem to like point in directions as if they have a mind of its own or something like that. I feel like by the name I keep thinking it's that one. Okay. Row H, third river. It started when she found something that she was not meant to find, a book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. So it all started there. Okay. Row H, third river. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. New plant. Yay. I love this plant. It looks very cool. And I have to do this one too. I guess I will water stuff just so that I can get this off of my desk. Gosforth in the woods to the south. In the northeast corner of the wood. Cosmos is snoring again. Where the heck is everything? I feel like Gosforth is the one that I always never find. Like, I always take... Ah, here. Woods to the south. Northeast corner. Right? Yes. Okay. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamor of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Is that bright? I mean, I guess the leaves are bright. I would consider that dark blue, though. Okay. Get that out of my way. Pet the cat, as always. The most important thing. Okay, we're doing scientific names. Stop insulting my cat. I hate you. Okay, candy roots. Perfect. I should actually have an animal in a shop like this. You are the animal I shouldn't have in a shop like this. I don't know, I'm petty about him today. If you don't like being in a shop with an animal in it, don't go to a shop with an animal in it. Easy. Just don't do it. Okay. Like Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Perfect. Nail. It's just a loud snoring happening. Okay. There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Okay. Hard Knot. There we go. Okay. Clavilium. That's the one I just got the page for. Lovelock. This is also one. I always feel like this one should be Clavilium because I feel like I never expect this one to have flowers because a lot of times when they do have flowers, they show the flower in the book, but yeah, okay. Perfect. Either way. And I get 3 new plants, so that's very exciting. I love that. I love plants in general. In real life and in the game, I have so many plants, and I love them all. Pet the cat again. Alright. See, now you start to get into the interestingness about murders and all that stuff. I also love the detail here of like the drink stain, like the cup stain, whatever they're called. Okay, fox button is this one, I know without actually looking. Perfect. On the topic of cats, I adopted 2 kittens like 2 weeks ago, and they are very, very cute, and I'm really, really excited. I've posted some shorts of them so far, and I'm going to post longer videos on my new autism channel. Okay. My plant was useful. There's a medium using the room illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Okay. Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? I need my sleep. Harlequin blue. Okay, that's the one that looks like another one, I'm pretty sure, so I want to actually confirm this. No, it isn't. Never mind. Well, it kind of is. It sort of looks like lemon dandy a little bit, but not quite. The leaves are very different. Okay. There's even more snoring happening. Alright. Next. Perfect. I feel like I say perfect a lot in this game, but also it's satisfying. Okay. You may have heard of rumors that our Arda is dead. May Arduino bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. Okay. Right. This is another one that I feel like it doesn't look how I think it would be. I think maybe because there is an actual, like, real flower. Not that these, I mean, these are obviously kind of fake, but, the one that's used in, like, bouquets, like the little white ones, they have a sort of similar name to this, I think, and so I always expect it to be like a kind of delicate flower, but then it isn't, so it's fine. Okay. Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lakeshore, across from Torver. Also, I think I've been saying this name of that place wrong the whole time, like all the other ones. It's Torver, and I think every time I've read Torver and said Tover or something like that, but I don't know, it's been a while. Okay, Wren. I know which one that is too, because it's one that's surprising that this is what Wren is, but I remember it because I was so much like, that does not look like what I would think that would be. Okay. Anyway, I have not read anything here, but this is actually sort of plot related, so I should actually do it. I extract a sample of the Arda's blood and introduce it to the Wren, and my suspicions are immediately confirmed immediately. The leaves of the Wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I am rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, for which I am grateful. Alright. This one is such a fun looking one. Alright, next. I'm this close to reporting you half-wit. Ugh, I don't like him. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. Maybe it's your own fault. Wait a second. Does this choice matter? I mean, it does. But in terms of this plot, does it matter? No. Perfect. I need to think carefully about which plant to use here. My actions could have consequences. Will they? Uh-huh. I could be nice and make him feel better. Or I could indirectly murder him. Spoilers, everyone. That's what happens if you choose Meekdu, is he dies, and then at the end, the constable guy shows up, and he's like, But also, he keeps insulting my cat, so I don't want him around. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Don't insult people's cats when they deal with dangerous plants. Storian, is that this one, the dangerous one? Okay. Perfect. No one's allowed to insult my cat. I will defend Hellebore. Okay. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Dramatic. Okay. North of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rusland, south of Crinkle Crags. Okay. South of Crinkle Crags and north of Hawkshead, right here. Okay. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Rising dread. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing, a whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm, points. I follow his outstretched finger, and I'm surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. That's very cool, though. I like this game. I'm also really curious, because Rising Dread is the thing that happens if you misidentify enough plants, and I'm trying to give it to him already. He hasn't offered me. But I'm really interested to see in Strange Antiquities if they have that same sort of thing and what it would be, and if the puzzles are different, because I actually really like doing the puzzles in Rising Dread. I think they're really fun. And I hope they're equally fun in the new game. I really want to play the new game, and I'm hoping it lives up to what this one is. Like, I hope they didn't change too much, but I also hope that they were able to make it what they want. Okay. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Okay. Great Gable. Which I just saw very recently. But where? There it is. Okay. Brimlock is the other one. It's this one. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain, unless I just happened to bring various plants with me. Or maybe just that one, but yeah. I apparently didn't know what it was yet until then, but okay. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded. Perfect. More plants. I know what that one is too. And I can get rid of another thing cluttering my desk. I keep startling the cat. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Okay. Fun. I want to just put that as a reminder. Cursed. Because I actually do know which one this is, but I just think it's funny to remember what people have described things as. Dangerous and cursed. Okay. Yay, my librarian friend. Although she's giving the cat more attention than me, but that's okay. Yeah, nibbling the plants is dangerous in here. Okay. Common Tress. Grows in abundance on red pike. Thank you. Red pike, which I also just saw very recently on here. Somewhere. Here it is. Okay. This one has such delicate leaves. It's really pretty. Even though it's not a flowering plant, I really like how this one looks. Common Tress. We already know which one that is. And I will put it here just because I have identified it but not officially identified it. When you work with the occult, it pays to, or I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable of, sort of thing. I like her. She's really fun. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger called my bluff. She's great. Oh, don't look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyway, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in the future. Sounds good. Okay, I know what that one is too. It is this one. Perfect. Candlewood. I think it's that one actually. Perfect. Another one identified. There's some sound effect there that sounds a little bit like the sound when you're dying in Planet Crafter. Sorry if I'm shouting, I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red, though. Okay. That's the one that's Afflictions of the Mind. It's not that one. Not that one, not that one. Definitely not Gilded Dendra. St. John's Poppy. This is the one that I've already identified. I always don't expect it to be that because most of them are ones that are not previously identified. Hi, Cosmos. Okay. Time passed, a year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. This makes me want to play Strange Antiquities really soon, too, because I want to know how that stuff is similar versus different. Okay, also, everything that I'm doing in this game is a spoiler. If you want to play this game to be able to, like, uncover all of the clues and decipher them all for yourself, maybe stop watching, because I know, like, what everything is and what to do with it now, so. The fox button was no help. I'm afraid the sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Okay. Let's see. Fennett. I do know which one that is. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm actually getting it confused with another one. It's this one, isn't it? Yes. I was right. Okay. Perfect. Next. Morning. Rona Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. Okay. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Restland. It was like nothing I've seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Okay. Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Restland. Northeast. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly, I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest by order of the Arda, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Okay, Mellow Glow, I think, is one of my favorite plants. I love this one so much. I love everything it does, because it makes you invisible, and it's also got spikes, and it's just cool. Okay. I don't know why that happened. There we go. Like I said, I cannot type today, but that's fine. Okay. With the help of the Mellow Glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Rona talked about and take my leave. Perfect. Also, YouTube is emailing me again to inform me that I'm live streaming right now when I know that I am. I'm afraid the camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Ooh, does this choice matter? No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's see what the differences are. Agirio, when burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Or candlewood produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Okay. I guess since it doesn't actually affect the outcome of this ending, I will let her sleep calmly. That's not the one I meant to grab. Okay. Candlewood. And I could type correctly that time. Perfect. Okay, this should be over here so that I can get more space for all these other ones that I've already worked on identifying. Perfect. Okay. We don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop and I said to Francis we simply must pay a visit. Okay. Everyone thinks the town is dreary, but I like the rain. Okay, I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake in this weather. Interesting. Shame about this awful weather, though. I called it. Okay, you must come to Sizerg. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. Okay. Cordially invited to Sizerg Castle. I guess I should go there now. And that one is over here. Okay. I am greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elspeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing out a plant that I do not recognize, but before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next, and this one too, she says. I am quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I am able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elspeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from the gardens into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Yay. Double plants and a book entry. It's always exciting when I get multiple things. Alright. Have I seen this guy before? What the heck? I don't remember this guy or this conversation. Okay. Mushroom red spores moves in the dark. That would be, I think, this one. Which would be, I think... No, Farmer's Worry is the other one. Sunset Mount Trap? No. That's the stinky one over there. Do I have this one in here, actually? Bishop's Parasol. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if that's what that is, actually. That's Bishop's Parasol. Do I not have this one yet? Because Farmer's Worry, I definitely don't have that plant yet. But I don't think I have the entry necessarily for this one. I'm gonna guess it's this one. No. Okay. Red spores. Moves in the dark. Oh! Wait a second. No. Not that one either. It might be this one. Nope. I'm gonna try this one too. Nope. I wanted to do Rising Dread anyway, so this is perfect. I love these puzzles. I'm gonna miss them when I'm done with this game. So, perfect time to do them. Alright. Perfect. I'm not really arranging these properly yet, but okay. There we go. Those are connected there. Okay. No, that's not quite right either. There we go. Okay. Rising Dread is so much fun. I like the key one too. Alright. I don't want to use the hint button. I just don't know if I have this one that he wants yet. Okay. Oh! No, I do have it. Never mind. It's one of the ones I already identified. That makes a ton of sense, actually. I don't remember that guy at all. Has he been in the other ones? Okay. They're saying Blackcomb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers, and all, but then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. I mean, anyone can talk to squirrels. It's just whether the squirrels understand and talk back. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Okay. I know which one this is already. Perfect. Sunset Mount Cab. Perfect. I love this game. Alright. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everheart grows. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. That's important. Because we know who he is. Spoilers, again, for anyone who doesn't want to have them. But, okay. In the castle, to the northwest, 3 miles east. Okay. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grows on a low mound. And this, one of the names for it at least, is Everheart. That's not its actual name, but it's fine. That's the one that's, I don't have it yet, but I'm pretty sure that's, Royal Gentia. Aha! I'm no longer tormented by the visions of the woman in the jade mask and that terrible monster. Good. Worry less. Yes, I have that. I know which one that is, too. I'm pretty sure it's this one. No, it isn't. It's this one. This is another one that I feel like I always think it looks like something different than it is. Okay. Hop heart. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Another one identified. These are all getting in the way a little bit. but it's fine. Once I get common trust identified, I can move it over, which might happen right now, I think. Okay. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after you. He said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Too bad for him. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. He was headed west, at least I think he was. He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Cool. Anyways, that's the news. That's my news. Did you manage to find the plant I wanted? Yeah, I did, actually. Man wanted to meet you. Headed west from Sedberg, possibly near to the source of the river Winster. West from Sedberg. Okay. There we go. Okay. The hermit's camp is easy to find, nestled between 2 boulders above the spring. The cold remains of a fire, ringed by stones, is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. The hermit is not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Okay, time to water stuff. Such a relaxing game. I love this game so much. It's kind of bittersweet that now, once I finish this ending, I will have done all the endings, because it's like, I want more. But I do have Strange Antiquities next, so I'm happy that it's out now. I feel like if I still had to wait, it would be more sad. Okay. The camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Oh, yes, yes, ho, 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 the man says. You must take this, take it, take it. At his insistence, I receive the looking glass that he thrusts into my hands. He places an envelope delicately on top. Ho, ho, it's no use to me anymore. Ho, ho, no use. Don't forget the red, the red, the red, the red. Ho, ho, Ebony. I'm sure that he is quite mad. Okay. And red ebony is not red. I'll put that away for now. Do I have red ebony yet? I don't. Okay. It is said that the red ebony plante has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. Interesting spellings in this note. I have perfected a device designed to use extract from the plante in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Cool. Interesting spellings of those things. Okay, Cavalia. I know which one that is too. I'm pretty sure. It's either this one or this one. Ah, stop. I just need to figure out which one has the... Okay, the 6-sided one. I didn't know this could be magnified by now. Okay. Cavalia. Eyebright. Eyebright is also very cool. There she is. Your reputation is growing, horticulturist. I hear you are the person to come to for plants that are difficult to acquire. My head feels like it's being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop heart. Okay. Hop heart is... pretty sure this one. I will try it without looking it up. I was right. Okay. Cosmos is trying to kick me off my own chair again. Okay. Reuben Ward has called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise. Ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity has got the better of me. Okay. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I'll bet they've found something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. Okay, which fig is this one? No, this one. There we go. Those are the two that look really similar. Which fig? Alright. You. I am on my way to the mayor's office to file an official request that your business license be revoked. Why? Because you went and walked around in poison ivy. I didn't do anything. You practice your witchcraft on the residents of Undermere no longer. Well, do you have anything to say for yourself? Oh, this is the one. This is the one where I could save him or not. Nope. Historian for you. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, Royal Gentia, that's what Everhard is. There we go. Don't insult my cat. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southwards toward the fork, or to the fork. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Dramatic. The old man of Coniston. South to the fork. There we go. Okay. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I am not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. I love these two. They look so cool. I love this one. It's really pretty. I wish it was a real plant. I want it. Hi. I don't know, he came in here and insulted my cat. Maybe he went too far this time. I could count on one hand the list of people who don't hate his guts. Yep. Got a witness says he came in here yesterday evening. Yeah, he did. To insult my cat. Yeah, I just have plants. It's fine. Lots of plants. Nothing else. Okay. The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I have drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Cool. Okay. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter to keep them at bay. Winter boar is, I'm pretty sure, this one. Okay. Perfect. Yay, new plants. Eyebright! I love that plant. It's fun. And I know which one it is, too. Also, I'm done with this one. Put that away. Okay. Well, I couldn't find anything, but do let me know if you remember anything unusual. Sure. Alright. Next person. Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The Sisterhood is grateful, but the news that the Arda was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried. The temporary acting Arda is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing, a runaway called Thea that we took in a few years ago. Yep. We're trying to find her, and her sister Charlotte remembered that the Jacobsworth plant is said to help locate people. Okay. No, not that one. Wait a minute. Have I identified this one already? No, I haven't. Okay. It's not that one either. I'm pretty sure it isn't this one. It is? That's one that really doesn't look like what I feel like that would be. Okay. Perfect. I say perfect so much, but also I'm getting so many identified. It's great. Okay, it's my wife's birthday and I wanted to get her something special. There was a plant that she used to love as a child but hasn't been able to find any in years. Okay. That would be this one. Yep, it's already been identified, but okay. Perfect. Yay. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Ah, here's where the stuff starts to be important to the plot. Join us, praise the Dendra. Cool, got it. Okay. I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know. We can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Side Guild Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Okay. So this is the first thing that I have to do to get ending 7. Where the heck is that place, though? There it is. Okay. Interesting. I have joined the cult. I still don't have Red Avenue, so I can't get rid of this other letter yet. I returned from Swinside. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the Stone Circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better. Fair enough. Reuben had it right, though. Grizzly. Gildodendra. Okay, that's this, isn't it? It is. Just throw these more to the side again since they're starting to encroach on my identified ones again. Okay. My aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic, I found a coffin. More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right? Royal Gentia, here you go. I can do this so fast because I know what so many of them are. And now I'll name it its actual thing. Oh my gosh, again, I cannot type right now. There we go. Perfect. 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. Okay, 5 miles south of the tallest but one. There we go. The forest here is lush and vibrant. The bird song feels enchanting, like the call of sirens. Nestled in the undergrowth under the shade of a birch tree, a plant grows. Red Avenue! Yes. Perfect. That is useful. Okay. I'm gonna put that away now. Red Avenue is not red. I was able to strip away the swift snare's vines and lift the lid, I'll admit, with a little, oh my gosh, I cannot read. With more than a little trepidation, I'll admit. To my relief, but also disappointment, the coffin contained nothing but dust. At least that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer, I discovered a golden amulet embedded, oh my gosh, in the gray ash. On the back of the amulet is an inscription that says, "With Solomon's scepter I awake." Here you go. I love Solomon's scepter. It looks so cool. I heard a shepherd got killed by some wild beast up near this Windside Stone Circle. They say it slaughtered half his flock as well. People around here don't seem too bothered, but it's got them panicked down Foxfield way. Okay, Kentmere Eye. From Kentmere, I follow the bearing of the eye and end up at a small forest north of Kendal. The woods are thick with briar and brambles, but amongst the tangled undergrowth, a type of flower is flourishing. I would argue that's not really that flowery, but okay. I need to water stuff. What is my eyebright doing with the identified ones? That is not right. That has not been identified. Okay. Get out of there. You have not been identified yet. Okay. This is another one that I know what it is already. Okay. Well, this is getting interesting. I was able to confirm that it was indeed Gilded Dendra that was used at this one-side ritual site. Hi, Cosmos. That's a worrying sign. It's a plant that is used in several of the darker incantations. And it can't be a coincidence that the very same plant was used to poison the Ardor. There must be a connection between this other murder and the Sisterhood. I need some mental clarity to think it through some more. Some Maiden Sorrow would help. Maiden Sorrow. I know what that one is too. It's this one, I think. Is it? Maybe. Yes. Okay. There we go. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to make a trip to Blackcomb. Verona noticed something that at the Swinside site that's had me pondering. A piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. I can't think of anywhere else around there where you'd get slate from. That and Bradley Miller keeps insisting that he saw something up at Blackcomb. But then again, Bradley Miller does claim that fairies stole his wheelbarrow. If I'm going to spend a night out in the hills, I want to take some eyebright with me. Yep, I have it already. That's a very memorable one. Okay. Move that over here. Does it ever stop raining in Undermere? You have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some gray sandfire. Nobody around here seems to even know what I'm talking about, but I hope I'm in the right place now. You are. Gray sandfire is so cool. I love that plant. There we go. Another one identified. Next day. Okay, we're on day 8 out of 16 now. Lowick to Eaglehead, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. At first she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually she made her way to Grisdale Forest. Perfect. Lowick. To Eaglehead. And Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. This is always one that I'm bad at because I feel like I always click on the one right under the real one. Okay, I did it right the first time this time. Okay, The magpie sees me before I see it. I do not know how long it has been watching me, but I can tell that it is interested in my movements. A strange sensation creeps over me, and I feel an urge to leave this place, but not before collecting a plant for further study. One for sorrow. Turning to leave, I see another magpie and another plant I've never seen before. Two for joy. Very exciting. Startled the cat again, sorry. You were wise to pledge your support to the Seeds of Redemption. Together we are stronger. Now that the Dendro has awoken, the redemption is upon us. Culty things. It is a glorious time. Our deeds will be remembered for 1,000 years. Those of us that have put our faith in the woken Dendro will be saved, but we must act swiftly. We will be in touch soon. Praise the Dendro. Blah, blah, blah. Cult things. My mind is clouded. Dark. I see it, and it sees me. All of me. Elder Finium is the answer. It must be. I have that already. She seems so threatening, but she's not. I will not forget the people who helped me. Anyway. Next. My mom was into horticulture. I found this among her things. Golden light. That's a plant, right? Yeah, it is, actually. Not sure what long Meg could mean, though. Is that another plant? No, it's not, actually. Anyway, I thought you should have it just in case it's any help. She loved this shop. Aw, thank you. Oh, South 3, East 2. There we go. I was like, it is not Sadkill. Okay. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle among the tall grasses that line the river bank is a much more unusual looking flower. Golden light, yay. I think that's also not the name of this one either. I think it has a different name, and I can't remember what it is right now. Okay. Help me, the amulet. I can't remove it, and it's drawing the life from me. Okay, Long Vericund is... I want to say it's this one. It is, okay. Okay, perfect. You're back to normal now, too. Everyone's back to normal. Everyone's great. It's good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long I'd started to wonder if you were still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. I am, I just never write back. I'm back in town for a few days, though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. Yay. New things. I found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. I almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you. They do. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Move this out of the way, actually. It's kind of annoying. No, that's not it. That one. That one. Okay. Yay. Okay. Thing. Cool. Okay. I've already used that. That's this thing. Get rid of these out of my way. I find the medicinal herbology shop off Black Hall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter. Robert Barrow, presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. It turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi, and I have just the thing for him. Okay, I think that's this one. Yep. Okay. I love all of those. They look cool. Okay. Copper Caledonian. Get rid of that. Get these out of the way. They're all in the space of the other things that have been identified already, which is not correct. Okay, I startled the cat again. I'm sorry. Okay, I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. I found it while clearing out the nook off the east wing. Baylock's elixir. Okay, I'll use that later. Don't need it yet. Alright, we're halfway through. In an hour and 22-ish minutes. That's not bad. In Tebe, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. Perfect. Okay. In Tebe, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. If you don't know what that clue is, you take the first letter of each of the single words, and it's north, east, south, south, west, south, south, because the first letter of the words. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant stands out against the swaths of purple heather, and there another. Long Meg. Sorry, but I've not heard of it. I'll keep an eye out for you. I already did that one, actually. I know what it is. Okay. Fever Kiss. I have that one, and it's one of the ones that looks like the other one. Red berries. Why did it get over there? That's not where it's supposed to be. I don't know why things keep migrating over to this section. You can go back now because you've been identified. Okay. Any others that have snuck in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. There's talk about around town of a woman who wears a jade mask, or a green mask made of jade. There are all sorts of oddballs in Undermere, but that's certainly unusual. Yup, it is, actually. Beckfoot candle. Okay. It'd be helpful if I could figure out where Beckfoot is first. That's another one that I feel like I always forget where it is. It's just not very memorable. There it is. Okay. The Kindle leads me east of Wastwater. To the north, the mighty Scafell Peak grazes the sky, the tallest peak in England. The challenge beckons me, perhaps another time. Oh, this one's a fun one. I like that plant a lot. Go away. I used that already. Okay. You, with your addiction. I've been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about this beast that is rumored to have been seen in these parts. In the old world, they called this thing the Servant, but the people here seem to have forgotten that name. Hi, Cosmos. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. Yep. They are something I did not expect, and they have made it clear that they want me to stay away from the Servant. Cosmos is trying to shove me off the chair. It's fine. They seem to worship it. But I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. Yeah, because you're an addict. I might not have it yet, actually. I don't think I see it here. I have neither the time nor the inclination. Okay. It's fine. It's almost there. I think this is another one where I use this thing. So that one I did. It's the Great Oak. Tomb of the Hunter. This is the Dranthium place. I'm pretty sure. Yep, the memorial bears the name Swaif Prior. It stirs memory. He was one of the Dryer. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of a dangerous addiction. They'd build a tolerance to the Dranthium sap in childhood that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they will die if they stop taking it. An unusual plant grows sparsely around the memorial. Okay. I knew it. There we go. I love Pallions too. Okay. Next. We have you. I crept around Blackcomb 2 nights ago in the pitch black. That eyebright is some potent stuff. Yes, it is. Up on the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, and some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise like an axe maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask watching me, and beside her, something dark, inhuman, and bloody huge. Yep. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head. Okay, that's this one, I think. Yeah. Norwood! I know which one that one is too. Okay. There we go. Cosmos has hiccups now. My son is very sick. Someone told me about a mushroom that produces a thick, milky liquid that will help reduce his stomach pains. That's this one. Okay. Cool. Next. I Keeps startling the cat. Poor Hellebore. Okay, poor Reuben. He looks a little worse for wear this morning. He took it hard when his wife died and never quite did give up the drink. That's important. I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here, and with the state of that body all torn to shreds, I'd say they succeeded. And then the Gilded Dendra. That really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary. A little light reading for you. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more. I love new letters. Okay. It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendra, believing it to be related in some way to the deadly Gilded Dendra. I tried to say those words at the same time. It didn't work. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, or the Dread, but the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You'll have heard of it in children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master, and there are hints of it in the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of Tebe, where nothing grows but black Digitatus Mortis, where nothing but black Digitatus Mortis grows, was caused when the Servant last walked Erlands hundreds of years ago. Northeast of Tebe. Dead Man's Fingers. Alright. Done with that, too. Yay, this is actually going really fast. I think knowing all the plants and where to look for stuff is helpful. This one's not showing anything yet. Every day she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind. A secret uncovered is a secret no more, 2 miles north of Foxfield. Which I saw recently somewhere. 2 miles north. There we go. Okay. 3 ravens circle above, their caws and croaks cleaving the silence. An omen. I take what I came for and leave. This one looks cool. I like that one. I like a lot of these plants, actually. I startled the cat again. I'm sorry. One from your librarian friend today. Thank you. In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I do not have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on local lore. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want. A sort of test. They've never allowed me to look through their stacks. Okay. I already figured out Long Meg, but I can go there anyway. A small window opens within the much larger oak door. From within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." That would be Fox Button. Alright. This one. Use plant. The hatch snaps shut and the oak door swings inward. Slowly, without a sound, I am ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He nods silently when I ask about Long Meg and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying before selecting a scroll and handing it to me. Okay, we've already done that. We've already done that. The end. The Sisterhood are trying my patience again. If the old Arda was around, but she's not. They've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If ever there was a time to share them, it is now. They know of a way to defeat this servant, some ritual or weapon or something, but their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. I'd better have a little chat with this new Arda. And I think I'll take some Mountain Astery with me. Okay, Mountain Astery, I think is this one. Yeah, okay. Weeping Bell is Golden Light. Oh my gosh. Bell. And Mountain Astery. Which I have officially identified. Pet the cat first so it doesn't get startled. There we go. Alright, next I have finished the designs you asked me to work on. Yay! Be very careful unwrapping these. Some of the glasswork is quite delicate, and I have taken great care transporting them. My lab equipment is finally here. I will now be able to brew elixirs using ingredients from my plants. Okay. Let's see. I'm getting close to when I have to do another thing specifically for the story, but it isn't this yet. Baylock's elixir is I think it's this one. Okay. Perfect. I'll make these purple today. Okay. Those I don't think have been officially identified just from making that, have they? I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. The new Arda wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is in danger. I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the Dendru has awoken, then it will come for us. I feel like it kind of already has. Okay. You must place an offering at the altar of Arduina. Okay. It seems Beth has been able to keep her fellow sisters away from this part of the forest, for now at least. The trees are thick here, old too. The altar seems to belong here, as much a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisting roots. I must place an offering to the goddess Arduina. Okay. It doesn't say which one matters here, so I'll just do this one. Okay. we go. Next. Okay. I'm being harassed by loonies shouting about the redemption, saying they're going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. Well, they can take their seeds of whatever woken something or other nonsense and stick it where the sun don't shine. I'm not joining their damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace. That's fair. Larkshine. I'm pretty sure is this one. Yep. Okay. Cosmos is snoring again. We're getting closer to the end. In time, she learned that the sister had had secrets, or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure, but by now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. Okay. It's either of these. I think it's this one. The impressive ridgeline of the Crinkle Crag stretches across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. A colorful plant stands out amongst the moss. This is a fun one, too. Alright, next person. My old man reckons there's a plant what can find pots of gold buried underground. Don't know what it's called, but I bet you do. Tell you what, when I'm rich, I'll throw a share of the gold your way. Perfect. Okay. I have a task for you that would greatly aid the seeds of redemption. Ah. Okay. One of the dryer is in town, and we know he's paid you a visit already, no doubt feeding his habit. We suspect he's here to hunt the dendru. If he returns, give him some of this. He will make a worthy sacrifice to the dendru. Let's help him on his way. Okay. Huh. Alright. Oh, I feel bad because I like him. And I just read what I have to do next. Okay. I'm heading out on the road again, but before I leave, I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. I don't trust myself to remember the combination, and I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and to not lose it. This is where you come in. Surely you've got something for me. Yeah, I do, actually. I've run out of, oh, I can't remember its name. It's a sweet-smelling plant with small purple flowers. I need it for reasons. Okay. Is it this? No. Okay, sweet-smelling plant, small purple flowers. What does Solomon's scepter do, and why is she being so sketchy about wanting it? Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate, and sometimes Solomon's scorn, the flowers of the plants are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Okay. That explains why she's being weird about it. Okay. Oh goodness, Hellebore, you haven't been getting enough food. That's terrible. Whatever will become of you. This is like one of my cats at my parents' house. My mother's had me looking into this servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I've not been getting anywhere. It's strange. I'm sure I've seen some reference to it before, but I'm drawing a blank when I try to find anything. I think Lord Fremont's archives would be a good place to look. I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyway, so I thought I'd drop it off in person. That and sneak in some hellbore hugs. Okay. Cosmos is snoring again. I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collections in Ambleside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fremont's archives at Muncaster are home to many ancient and esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit. Okay. Here. I follow Fremont's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. 2 hours later, I have still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention, the Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? Okay. Done with that. The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to their will. This servant is assumed to be immortal since it has no known vulnerabilities. But that does not mean that it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb, to the south of the Washer, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known. Okay. You're also new, I think. Norwood, please. Yep. Here. This one is fun because this one you identify it because it's secretly throwing pollen like that. Anyway, Norwood. Okay. Today I have to do a specific thing, so I need to pay attention to that. Okay. When her chance finally came, she did not hesitate even for a moment. Afterwards, when the Arda was dead, she felt only elation. Years after she had first laid eyes on the book, she had what she needed. Okay. Done that. I will do this other thing today. Okay. First letter of a Latin name of a plant known as golden light. So golden light is actually weeping bell. L, and then what was the other? L7. Okay. I amble through meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, cat's ears, and hidden among them, something new for my collection. Very exciting. Alright. It came for us. We were attacked in the night by the servant. In all my time in the forest, I have never experienced anything like what happened last night. The forest came alive and drove the beast back. Arduina saved us. It's the only explanation that makes any sense. One thing is clear, we cannot do this alone, and we must not allow the servant to get its hands on what it's looking for. I'm trusting you with this, a secret that the Sisterhood has kept for hundreds of years, a tool to defeat the Woken Dendru. Keep it safe. Okay. Use it wisely, you'll know how to open it, of course. I do. Is it this one? No. Which one is it? That's this one? Clavilion. Yes. Okay. This one. There we go. Okay. Followed the Dudden tributary to its source. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. Last, a pedal to secure Black Blood's reverse. That's a cool poem, but I'm also not going to be using it. Follow the Dudden tributary to its source. Okay. Almost. I might have the inclination soon. Okay. Dudden tributary. Here. Okay. I've never seen this plant before, and here it is growing in abundance. Yay, new plant acquired. Okay. They're saying the sisterhood has been attacked. Don't know much more than that, but those seeds of redemptionists have got all excited about it. There's a bunch of them chanting outside Pulliver's right now. Foxfield Trident. Okay. From Foxfield, the Trident points me in the direction of some foothills northwest of the Swinside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into a dell. Here a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. Alright, that one is done. I feel bad about this. My people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I am not afraid, but it would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble act. I feel bad about this. I'll take Embersol. Sorry about that. Okay, that's what I had to do. And so then I'm gonna get this other thing from the other guy. Okay. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. Is he the guy who owns Strange Antiquities? I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in perusing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example. I wonder if they're gonna be, if this is the same antiquities thing as this. And if there's gonna be something where they have a thing where they reference the horticulture store in Strange Antiquities. Now I really want to play that. Okay. The dark exterior of Ironside Antiquities blends into its surroundings. A tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery, to the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I am greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Old trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes of elixirs that demand further study. Okay. I don't know that I'll actually need either of these elixirs. So I don't know if I should make it or not, but I have them just in case. Okay. The dreams have changed. I understand now what I need to do. When your librarian friend visits tomorrow, give her this instead of the palliance she will ask for. She knows something that she's not telling you. Okay. I know which one that is, too. It's getting dramatic. Enmer, Raven, Spider. Equipped with the artist's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. I'm getting so close. Okay. Enmer, Raven, Spider. which I saw that recent Enmore Raven. That's not what I meant to move. Enmore Raven Spider. Okay. A jackdaw croaks hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants grow. Perfect. Have you heard of this masked woman? Yeah, I have actually. She's come in a few times. Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. That creature, it's huge, unstoppable, and they say it obeys her every command. It would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Dog to help me through instead. Okay. No, that isn't it. These are the really similar ones. It's this one. Okay. There we go. Daisy Duck. These are all getting so crowded. Oh, I did actually identify this one too. I think. Have I officially? Yeah, I did. Okay. I also spelled it wrong. No, did I? Yes, I did. There we go. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There was no address provided, just the horticulturist spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. Okay. If you know your plants, this letter is for you. So you got it working. Yes, yes, it works, it works. Look to the north of Bowfell at the source of the river Esk. Nobody knows it grows there. Okay. The source of the river Esk. There's so many rivers here. Source of the river Esk. There we go. Okay, sure enough, I find a plant here that I have never seen before. Very exciting. Okay. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he's brought back from his latest venture. He's just been on a trip across the lake exploring the woods to the west of here. He's got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I'd have brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll come back tomorrow. Okay. Mushrooms, woods, west of Undermere, across the lake. Mushrooms, how have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I'm seeing them everywhere. Okay, farmer's worry. There we go. Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on this servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. Okay. Does this choice matter? No. I will give her the one she actually asked for, not the one that other person wanted me to give her. This is it, I think. No, it isn't. Never mind. Okay. This is Palliance. Yes, okay. I remember that. I like that one. Perfect. Now we have that one. And person. My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you have... Oh, okay. I think that's this one, actually. If you knew my cousin, you'd know she's not worth this trouble. No, it isn't this one, actually. Wait a minute. Hang on. It's this one. I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. Good thing I caught that. Okay. Trimblehuff. Okay. Day 14 out of 16. Okay, the shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by the sunset, and she worked by candlelight, at times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. Okay. Eight miles to the east of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. And we're done with that now too, which apparently I can't put in the archive. Well, he wouldn't eat those bloody mushrooms. Okay, let me get my thingy. Farmer's Worry. Antidote made of royal gentian. I thought I'd already identified that. I think I have. It's just identified twice now. Okay. There was a hateful man who I used to see around town. Isidore Burbage, he was called. I heard a rumor he got involved with a cult and they sacrificed him, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, I guess I did join the cult, so... Well, he was a villain who deserved what he got, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for justifying it. Okay. Sadgill Chalice. The chalice clue takes me directly south of Sadgill to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. I love this one. Carnivorous plants are so cool. Okay. Another body has turned up at Blackcomb. I haven't been to see it yet, and I can't say that I'm looking forward to it, but they've identified it as a Dryer Hunter, a man named Forest Fire. I'm sorry. We have to do something. Verona tells me you are working on gathering the plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it can be found. Okay. Cool, good to know. I'm visiting my grandmother up in Tebe and thought I'd take her favorite plant to cheer her up. It's blue with large flowers and it smells lovely and fresh. Okay, that is Palliance. It is very pretty and I love it. I think that's one of my favorite flowers in this game too, actually. All of these are in the way. The redemption is at hand. We need you to prepare this elixir. With it, we will lure the woken Dendru back to where this started, this one-sided stone circle. The Dendru is a god. A god perverted by humanity, enslaved by mankind's wickedness, and bent to its evil will. Imagine the glory it will bestow upon us when we set it free. Good timed lightning. Praise the Dendru. Okay. The Dendru's elixir. Let me do this first. Okay. The Wakandender, also known as the Servant, will be drawn by the fumes generated by this elixir and driven mad by thirst for it. If it drinks from it, it is thought that it will be able to break free of the bonds of its servitude, though this has not been attempted in living memory. 2 yellow berries, a heart-shaped leaf from a plant with bell flowers, a teaspoon of milky fungal residue. Okay, so that would be 2 yellow berries. Where the heck is it? Okay. That's witch fig, heart-shaped leaf with a plant from a plant with bell flowers. I don't think those are bell flowers. Where the heck is that other one? Heart-shaped leaf. I think that's this one. And teaspoon of milky fungal residue. Where is the one that I'm looking for, though? Unless I don't have that one yet. Which might be the case, but I thought I did. That's not what I meant to pick up. Okay. Nope. I know which plant that is, but I have identified it. Then where the heck is it? Why can I not find it when I need it? Where did it go? I am apparently completely blind right now. What the heck? Where is it? It's Bishop's Parasol, but I don't know where that went. I am completely blind. What the heck? Okay. There it is. Okay, it was hiding. There we go. It's behind the leaves of the other one. Okay. Perfect. This one looks ominous. Okay. There we go. Dendry's elixir. I will put with the other one. Okay. Next day. Things are getting dramatic. Okay. Decay gives way to new growth, from death, life. The cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. Behind the woman, a dark skeletal figure began to rise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Poor shepherd. I feel bad. I feel like I'm the villain in this one. sort of. I mean, I don't regret the thing with Burbage, but I like, Forest didn't deserve that, but I had to get this ending. Okay. West of White Scar, by the river. This one, maybe. The sun-bleached skull fixes me with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder from the chest of the skeleton plant grows. Does it have black eyes, or does it have empty place where eyes should be? Because those are very different things. Okay. I've lived in Undermere all my life, and I've never seen the people as worried as they are now. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. Okay. I feel like this one is maybe not going to end that well. I was speaking to a woman from Arnside who told me of a cave nearby that apparently the locals stay away from. Apparently, there is a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. Okay, Arnside, east. White Scar Cave. A thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground. Just wide enough for a man to slip through, but there is a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. I'm surprised at how easily I am able to roll away the boulder with the help of the farmer's worry. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. Nice. New plants. I love that. Okay. Not you. Okay. Everything's getting crowded again. Go over here. Next. Okay. My wife of 30 years is dying. That is the truth of it, as painful as it is to say out loud. The doctors say there is nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did, and it's all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Okay, I forgot that I do need to make this for something. Okay. Latin names. What are they? Arboretum alacritas maculosus retinentia and mens fortis. Okay. Caballia, which should be here. Okay. Caballia. Duranthium. And Henchuk. Okay. That one is not identified yet. Okay. Perfect. And then not type again. Okay. Close enough. There we go. And for good measure, I might as well do this. So that would be sheep snap and candlewood, I think, is the red flower to protect the mind. Yep. And then the first one is a 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. Okay, Daisy Dog. This is satisfying. Okay. Elixir of the Damned. Average I have now. That's cool. Okay. What a delightful shop you have. Thank you. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I heard I might be able to get some liverstone here. Yes, probably you are. Okay. You. I need to give you these. I can't control it anymore. It has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I'm trying to hold it back, but all it wants, or it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death, death, and more death. Okay. Alright. There's been talk over the last few nights down at the Royal Oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. Huh. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I daren't leave my house now. You left the house to come here, actually. Okay. I've decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps would surely warm my heart. I feel like that's one of the most obviously named plants in this game. Okay. The last day. Okay. To the east of the castle, across the river, through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. She finally had the power she had craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but that power came at a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dendru, the dread, it was death. To the east of the castle, across the mountain pass, across the river and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. Okay. Across. across the river. That's not... That doesn't match that. Across the river, through the mountain pass, edge of the woods. There it is. Okay. The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Swift snare. Okay. Perfect. It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. Okay. Okay. I know what I have to do. When I arrive at the stone circle, Aelford is already waiting for me. Behind him is a group of 5 hooded figures, all bearing the now familiar mark of the Seeds of Redemption. Did he bring the elixir? We only have one chance at this. It has to be now. I hand over the bottle of brown liquid, and Aelford snatches at it greedily. The redemption is at hand, my brothers and sisters. Praise the Dendru. Bring forth the receptacle. A shallow iron bowl is brought forward and placed in front of Aelford. He mutters some words and pours the brown liquid into the vessel. As he chants softly, a thin tendril of gray smoke begins to ascend, slowly at first, and then rising with his voice stronger and stronger until it is a whirling vortex 20 feet high. The minutes stretch out as I wait with apprehension for what is to come, but nothing happens. Eventually, Aelford speaks again. It is done. Now we wait. Ooh. An hour later. The sun is hanging low in the sky when we finally hear it. A long, low growl that sends shivers down my spine. Moments later, the woman in the jade mask appears at the western edge of the circle, and then towering behind her, its head showing above the treetops, the skeletal silhouette of the servant. Dramatic face. O glorious one, in your name we set you free. Drink the offering and become redeemed. Ha, you think it's that easy? You think you can say a few words and override the bond? The servant is mine. At that, the beast lets out a terrifying roar and charges toward the group. Aelford shrieks in terror and leaps to the side as a long black limb crashes down on the spot where he stood, sending the heavy iron bowl flying into the air. One braver member of the group stands his ground as the others flee. I'm not afraid. I will be, but we will never know what he would be because of a single swipe of its arm. The servant splits the man in two mid-sentence. The woman in the jade mask turns towards me, and unnervingly the servant mirrors her movements. I have much to thank you for, horticulturist. The Seeds of Redemption, those fools, they were ready to unleash an unimaginable terror on this world. This servant that they worship so much, all it wants is blood, and I'm the only one who can hold it back. She turns and walks away slowly, the servant following in that unsettling, mirrored fashion. My attention is drawn to the body on the floor a few meters away from where I stand. The ground is soaked in blood. Ooh, that was cool. Friday. I have had some time to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. With our leader dead and our cause in tatters, the Seeds of Redemption has disbanded. Verona and Reuben have made it clear that they want nothing more to do with me. They do not understand what we were trying to achieve. They do not understand that the Woken Dendru will not be tamed. The woman in the jade mask may have some hold over it for now, but I know she won't be able to hold it forever. As for myself, I have retreated to Strange Horticulture for the time being. Nobody comes to the shop anymore, which suits me fine. I will stay out of sight. The Woken Dendru will shake off its shackles sooner or later, and when it does, it will remember those who were loyal. Praise the Dendru. Okay, so I actually have been brainwashed. Defeated redemption. The redemption has failed, but we must not be dismayed. The end. Ending 7. Bishop's Parasol. Reuben is alive. Still unaware that the woman in the jade mask is his daughter, Thea. Yes, that is what was being foreshadowed before. Verona, alive. She will not speak with you. Ennis, dead, killed by the servant. Forrest, dead, killed by the servant, and also kind of by me. Alive, Bethany Coleman. In your debt, your actions helped save the sisterhood. Alive, Faith Swift. Her dreams have never fully gone away. She is tormented by them, knowing now that they are visions of a terrible reality. Thea, alive. The woman in the jade mask remains master of the servant. Isidore Burbage, deceased. The barrister, presumed murdered. Nice. Ah, that's fun. I love this game. And it's such a satisfying game. Alright, epilogue time. I've had my eye on you for some time now, horticulturist. You think you can do whatever you want with these plants of yours and there will be no consequences. Well, I am here to arrest you for the murder of Mr. Isidore Burbage. Carnivorous Tauren. Fun. I love that. Okay. I did technically identify this one now, so I'm not gonna bother labeling them anymore, though. Have you ever heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned of it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. Okay, Ravenglass. Cosmos is snoring again. Okay. I am met by a man with a thick black beard and kind eyes who is delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood, I remember that much. We must have been heading west because I could feel the sun on my face, and it was evening. We crossed 2 rivers, then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we traveled. They left me here in Ravenglass, and I've stayed ever since. As I turn to leave, he adds, here, if you're serious about going, you'd better have this. Okay. Okay, so we have Ravenglass. Followed edge of a wood. Okay. 3 figures, their faces hidden behind black coverings, come out to meet me. The first... Okay, so I have to make this one first. Leaf of the Storian, which I have identified, I think. Well, also I need to get the, which one is the tomb as well, because that one, so Storian is that one. Stench of Twilight. It's Twilight, Lepiota. But, okay. This flower is sometimes associated with death. Cool, good to know. It's this one. I think, maybe. And... come back. No, this is one of the ones that always doesn't seem like the one that I think it is also. Okay, create elixir. Nope. Okay. I think this is the one that's wrong. this one, I think, actually. Okay. Cool. Again, I'm just not gonna bother labeling things now because I'm so close to the end of everything. Okay. Many book entries. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Put that there. Why is this there? Okay. Bellinox. Okay. I think that's this one. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna try and do this as much as possible without actually looking at anything. Springmax cap. Haverage is the one that I always feel like doesn't look like what I think it would look like. I will actually look this one up, but I feel like, oh right, it's this one. Okay, that does not seem like what that one would be called. Fool's Midnight. That one is, I think the, wait, this one. Come back. Yep. Okay. Demel. I think is this one. No. Okay. Demel. Oh, right. This one. I'll move these a little bit away. And then Demel can go over here. Okay. Ambrella is long rounded leaves. Smells like strawberries. That's this one. Okay. Evelyn. That's this one. Okay. Perfect. Penny Bell. That would be this, I think. No. Didn't I get Penny Bell before? I thought I did. Ah, yes, the key one. I'm so excited. I love the key one. I kind of wanted to do this Rising Dread one more time anyway, so I'm honestly happy with this. I kind of like getting Rising Dread just for fun sometimes. Because it's such a fun thing to do. Okay. Anyway. Back to the earlier. Okay, Penny Bell. I do feel like I identified that one already, but apparently not. Penny Bell is why do I feel like none of these flowers have that kind of leaf? Cosmos is snoring again. Okay. I feel like I did identify this one before. But apparently not. Interesting. Okay. There it is. Somehow it got over there. That's why I didn't find it. Okay. Birdum. Okay. We are making progress here. Cosmos is snoring really loudly. Okay. I think that's this one. Yeah. Okay. I'll start putting them on that side too. I know that one. Perfect. Aguria, that's this one. Butterdale. I think that's this one, yeah. Okay. Perfect. Sarabandi, that's this one. So much snoring happening over here. Devil's Nightcap, I think is that? Yep. Okay. Swift Snare. Widow's Woe is that one. Caldery is, I think, this one. Yeah. Okay. Priddle. And all of them. Yay! Okay. Some of them I didn't mark, even though I didn't do them in this section, I think because I used them in elixirs, which counted. So, that is exciting, and that is the end of the final ending that I had left for Strange Horticulture. So, I'm really excited. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm really looking forward to playing some Strange Antiquities soon. I will probably download it after this and either record it or maybe start doing that as a live stream thing on YouTube, because I'm really, really excited about that game. And my friend got it for me for my birthday, so I hope everyone else had fun. This has been really nice getting back into streaming on this channel as well, not just Twitch, and I'm happy that I'm finally able to do it. I will be coming up with a streaming schedule soon, and I currently have like half of a streaming schedule for Twitch. I have the streams that I'm doing with my friend for Twitch. So, go follow me over there if you have not yet. And hopefully, you have a good day or night wherever you are. And, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!